instruments yet. We are coming to it. I'm going to, even if it's, I want God to give me strength. Even if it's like another 30 minutes, depends on the strength I have. So for them to take another 30 minutes before we eventually close. Can we put a hand together again for them? There is something very important I would like you to do. I would like you to pray for me from now till the program ends tomorrow, so that I can do more of sharing and less praying. So that we can do more of sharing and less praying. So that we can get, you can, when the program ends, you can pray in your church, your branches, so that I can exhaust the light parts that need to be exhausted for your increase. That is, get direct from me in this season. All that I need to get from living word and the last secrets, so that when you go to your branch after tomorrow, you can do praying. That's what I want you to do. Like, maybe pray for me, and so that I can be strong. Keep coming. If I share these secrets with you now, don't give any man chance to argue it. And you don't use it for evangelism. Don't sell truth. Don't give out truth on the street. Don't give out truth in the street. Don't use truth to attract people to church. They should pay. Because truth has a price. God made it to have a price. And it doesn't matter who argues. Truth don't beg to be accepted, because it will rule. And why it's terrible is, when people don't have access to it, when they are paying, you will know they are paying. When you look at them, if somebody come into this place naked, will anybody need glass to know he's naked? That is how, when people appear naked, or when people lack certain truth, everything that happens around them, the way they appear physically is not spiritual. We make you to know that they don't have us, they don't know this, or they are not living without this. They are living without this particular truth, and that's why they are like that. There is no place on earth where an occultic altar was raised from a heavenly sanctuary. Please, I don't know how to say this into you. The heavenly sanctuary, because it is heavenly. We don't know the pattern. Because we don't know the pattern, it doesn't have power to us. All the pastors I know, the only pattern they know in power is prayer. And prayer is so small. Maybe somebody didn't hear what I said. I says all the pastors I know, the only thing they do to get power is to fast and pray. And fasting and prayer is so small to give true power. Now the pattern that produced true power is not with the church. So, and that pattern is the gate through which they come into the earth for prosperity. And this pattern is not with them. If this pattern is not with them, how can they be rich? How can they access the earth? They are not accessing the earth. I don't know whether somebody's hearing me. I said they are. Or are they? Huh? That is why the worldly sanctuary or the lion's pattern is an improvement of the heavenly sanctuary. The heavenly sanctuary was raised. The heavenly sanctuary of the Lamb was raised to manifest the earthly sanctuary, the worldly sanctuary of the lion. So why, and the season we are in is no longer the season of the heavenly sanctuary. Because this is 25 years. Even those who built from the revelation of worldly sanctuary, before the lion came, before the lamb came, also ran through it. The worldly sanctuary has always been more powerful and efficacious than the heavenly sanctuary because of its pattern. Yeshua didn't teach so much because he didn't stay long on earth. To help us to know that he is a Messiah because of pattern. Everything about him that is definite and or that is specific, that is of regulation, or they are all there for pattern. Like I said 2 days ago, he established the church, a pattern, no, I don't want to say patternless, a church that is patternless from a patterned sanctuary. So he grew from pattern. Now, when the church doesn't have pattern, we didn't grow from pattern. All right, let me make it a topic. Please. I'm not worldly, but I would like you to sit on that seat and appreciate me. Why I stand here? To say these words you're hearing. Very deeply in your heart. I'm not asking you to give me seat, except you want. But I don't want you to despise this last truth. Don't do that. Nothing good will come out of it. Manifesting the power of the Lion of Judah. From the patterned worldly sanctuary. Ah, plezuji. Yahoo wajano. J'avoue, Jésus. Jehovah, Jehovah. Yahweh. Turugi mama Yahweh Onisiara kebu In 25 verse 40 of Exodus, concerning the sanctuary of Moses and of the law, God asked him to build according to pattern. The target is power. Everything that lived was patterned to conquer death. I would like you to write it down. Everything that lived, everything that is immortal, was patterned to conquer death. It is not the duty of God to make you rich. It's not the duty of God to keep you from dying. If you don't want to die, you must pattern to live. All that died didn't pattern to live. The highest form of poverty is not to pattern. When I see some of us and our children, when I see the way they live, I know you don't understand power. That is why you can allow your daughter or your son to give away her life through patternlessness. You allow your daughter. Sometimes when those children are destroyed by patternlessness, you start praying. There are people, you don't crack pattern. You don't dishonor pattern. Pattern must be destroyed or neglected before foolishness can take over people's life. Why will God bless a patternless life? Giving something that is important to you to something that is patternless is wasting it. And God will not do that. Okay, let me ask a question. 99% of Christians hand over their life to God. Is it not in prayer? Huh? Hand over. You know that you're going to travel to Lagos after tomorrow in the morning on Saturday, and you know that Sunday is church. So that journey have to be smooth, and we have to do all that we can as human beings to get to Lagos in time, set up the instruments, and then you keep on moving up and down in the camp. You didn't check the car or the hillocks you came with. Suddenly, on Saturday morning or Friday morning, you wake up like a madman and start behaving as if though you don't know you will travel. That is a life that is not patterned. Nothing good will come out of it. And then while you're running up and down, you come out of the main road there and say the fuel is finished. Because your brain is not fine. When you hear spirit of understanding, it is a life that is patterned to know what to do. All patterned lives will always know what to do. Because it is pattern produce eyes from men. And patterning is called power. If you are a woman and you pattern a son or you pattern a daughter, why will you give a patterned daughter to a man that is not patterned? That is something that is not patterned, is already destroyed. Rather than your paper. And the pattern represents family value. Can I tell you something? If you say praise God, I will give you a gift. Excuse me, you don't violate pattern. Because when people pattern something, they protect it. It takes a lot of strength to pattern something. If you are not patterned and you're a young man, your way and the way of a patterned girl will never cross. In the first place, when pattern produces eyes from her and you are not patterned, when she sees you, she will hate you. Because she will know you are already wasted. You say you want to be rich without pattern. How? If you are not a trained lawyer, do you wear wig? If you are not a trained doctor, did they give you stethoscope? So why will somebody trust another person's life? Why will a woman remove her clothes for you inside the theater, if not for pattern? And somebody is hanging around saying it's prophetic. He's a madman. Have you ever asked yourself, why are all the prophets, so-called prophets around, why are they not surviving? How can God protect something that is not patterned? on Sunday we're going to travel. When it is 4:30, when it is 4:30, you just jack up from your bed and start, instead of arranging your clothes in the night, you start getting a furniture nemaba, as if you've not been around. When you hear program end, that it will end means you should start packing. Church is great. Put your hands together for Jesus. Do you know why I'm teaching pattern? That is how I became shepherd. The moment you meet me, you see it. It doesn't fail. I will no longer be ordinary because it protects my value. It's more important than avoiding sin. A patternless life can avoid sin. It's already senseless. (25) verse 40 of the book of Exodus and 8:4 Hebrews.
And look that thou make them after their pattern, which was showed thee in the mount.
Now the pattern was first of all revealed. Somebody say revealed. I didn't hear. I said the pattern was first of all revealed before the building. So you need to know the pattern. If somebody is in pain for a long time, in lack for a long time, it is because the life of that person is not made attractive by pattern. Now, if you are patterned, it will not be difficult for you to see another person who is not patterned when he is talking. It's not like I told you that somebody speaks on Oreos, that you speak from nose. You are going down there by 4 o'clock and somebody is saying something going down. When you hear the voice of word, you know that this person is not patterned. Because when the word enters into your ear and your ear tries it, you know that this is foolishness. Now, if you know that it is foolishness, there is no way. If you're wise, you cannot keep company with a fool. It's not possible. You are already built, you are high. And suddenly from the place of high regard, you came down to come and mess yourself up with somebody whose life does not have any form of riches or value. How? How? There is nowhere people will die and they bury 2 people in one cough, that somebody died and they kill another person. Why? It's not possible. People follow their individual path. So there are things you don't do for people. You don't waste value. Now when you hear ruins, like the way this village is ruins, it means it's not patterned. That means it can't rain. There's no future. How can something that's chaotic rain? It's not possible. And then the pattern is the security. Now if you look at that Hebrews chapter 8:4. Go ahead.
If he were on earth, he should not be a priest, seeing that there are priests that offer gifts according to the law.
Verse 5.
who serve unto the example and shadow of heavenly things, as Moses was admonished of God when he was about to make the tabernacle. For see, said he, that thou make all things according to the pattern showed to thee in the mount.
21:3 Revelation.
And I heard a great voice out of heaven saying, Behold, the tabernacle of God is with men, and he will dwell with them, and they shall be his people, and God himself shall be with them and be their God.
Now, if you look at be with them and be their God, he's talking about building a pattern. And then if you look at verse 4, you will see the problems God solved through that pattern. God built through. Now, if you look at 3 and 4 of Revelation, he said, now some people think that God did it. No, it's not God did it. It came from an 8 pattern. It is from pattern the life of a man that death will be conquered on it. Pattern the life. When there is chaos, prayer is late. Can you read 4?
And God shall wipe away all tears from their eyes.
Yes.
And there shall be no more death, neither sorrow nor crying, neither shall there be any more pain, for the former things are passed away.
Now, all these solutions you see there, they are problems that God solved from pattern of men. Problems that God solved from, yes, pattern of life. Is it difficult to interpret somebody, the value of a life from pattern? If you are God, how can you put crown on a life that is not patterned? Do you know that some people can waste 20 years? They keep on saying, struggling. We are struggling in business. We are struggling in nothing. And we run up and down. He will travel in the night to Lokoja. From in the morning, he will start coming back to Lagos. From there, he went to Akwa Ibom. Shame is moving up and down. He think moving up and down will make him rich. That is why today he will have opportunity to have one small amount of money. Tomorrow again is poor. You see, because you cannot live on opportunities. You have to live from pattern. In 2032 of Acts of Apostles, he said, build. Build them with the word of grace. Build before inheritance. Now, the idea of building is to create a pattern. Is to create a pattern that can connect to prosperity. Excuse me, from experience, even in Lucas army, even if somebody is better than you physically, the person is better than you for a reason. Find out the reason. If he wants to talk to you. You know, I need to tell you, the Igbos doesn't understand what is called pattern. That is why they don't have regulation they don't have regulation in relationship. That not having regulation in relationship is a product of patternlessness. That you don't know that this is an old woman, and I say way she should be treated. You don't know that this is a pastor, and there is a way this pastor should be treated. He's a pastor. Why are you neglecting the way he should be treated? If you are patterned, you will neglect it. You see, because he's being a pastor has already, when you see him, the pattern in you create a consciousness that this is a foremost leader of an army. And that is the person standing before you. Pattern immediately tell you how you should relate with that. Now, you're not giving him a gift. He's already that. He was brought to the front by pattern. And then pattern has kept him in front. Now, when you see a front person who is pattern, who is pattern to be in front, you need to accord him the honor of front of the pattern. If you are patterned. The other one of trying to say is not there is cultism. It's just mere madness. And nothing good will come out of it. The life is already wasted. It's in the street. He marries, he doesn't know that this is the mother of her husband. And there's a way she should be related with. He's not under fighting. This is Mama. Mama need honor. Mama should be served. Mama gave you a gift of a man. When you serve Mama, she goes by the side. And then your wife, she's not competing with you. Suddenly you're struggling to relate with her the way you should. Why? Church, eyes is opening. Huh? It is not possible for a wasted life to understand pattern. Hear me. If you're here, you're a woman or a man. If you support your child in pattern, you can't use prayer to raise them. Is it not either patternless or pattern to be destroyed that bring a demon and somebody is carrying her child up and down? A girl you didn't discipline, she's now become chaotic. He said that she's misbehaving. You should take her to prayer house. All the pastors, listen, it is only a dead pastor that will run prayer house. Nothing will, listen, it's not prophecy. Nothing will come out of gathering that doesn't pattern people's life. Nothing good will come. They will only make noise for a while and disperse. The other day I was sharing, I said in 37 of the book of Ezekiel, the first prophecy Ezekiel made was a pattern. The Bible said bone going to bone, and there was a structure. That structure represents pattern before the sinew of flesh. They be clear to for your ancestors. Those who are tall are already tall in pattern. They are already tall in skeletal form. They are. When bone came to bone, those who are slim are already slim. When bone came to bone, those who are 6 feet are already 6 feet. When bone came to bone, those who are 5'6" are already 5'6". When bone came to bone, those who are 6'1" are already 6'1", 6'2". They are already 6'2" in a structure, in a pattern. They are already saying, this is my height. Now, excuse me, flesh didn't add anything. Sinew just came on pattern. Sinew didn't add anything. It only covered pattern. Sinew is like prayer. It's like prophecy. You don't use prophecy to create pattern. You raise children. Sometimes in the church, there are some people who just come to the altar senselessly and say, Shepherd, pray for me. Pray for me. As if their life is tied to prayer. How? Your life is not tied to prayer, it's tied to pattern. Why will I bother about praying for you to be rich when I have patterned you to be rich? Different kinds of patterns. Write down. Can I say something? Chapter 4, verse 1 and 2, the book of Galatians. The difference between a king, a potential king, and a servant is the time palace or palaces invest on patterning royalty. On if you're a young girl and a man want to marry you, there's an appointment he will keep for you. You will know that this guy have it in his mind to diminish you. That thing he's telling you that thing because if you have pattern have created ear for you, you should know that he's telling you that thing because he has no respect for your person. There are some things you tell people when you believe they are nothing. There are certain appointments when he's trying to keep it for you, you know that he just want to make mockery of you. And you have presented nothing because if you present something, there's something somebody will not tell you. Do I am? You say you want to help me. I've already patterned my life to succeed. I say I've already so am I waiting for help from outside? It's not possible. I'm set for help. I'm set for success already. And you're already seeing it. This thing you're seeing around, when will it stop? What produces this pattern? It can't stop. And can I lose the pattern? I have to tell young girls, you're a young girl and you're a married man. And a married man is trying to tell you that he loves you. And you know his wife and know his children. And this person kept his wife and children in the family and want to hang out with you. You don't have children, you're not married. Now, it is the highest form of disgrace on earth. Now, why is trying to tell you about love after giving his own children and wife? It's because he believes you're senseless. Is it because he can always abandon you and go back to something that he has already kept for himself? Clap hand for hearing such. And he said, Nkole, he gets him a banner. The person that will follow you to Ebanerosia is your wife, who you have reduced to a woman that have 4 children. Yeah, and now you want to go and reduce another uncle that doesn't have a husband. And excuse me, I'm not. Why will I blame you? The uncle is an idiot. So you can take her, if you can talk to him, you can talk to her, she can follow you to anywhere. In the first place, if she has value, there will be no relationship. Huh? Church, I'm opening your eyes. Huh? I'm not saying that we should be perfect. I'm saying that we should move on. Just move on. Okay, let me ask you a question. How do you remain the same after the program, this program now? Huh? Huh? Whether the pattern is in the church or is outside, pattern is pattern. You know something that happens when a big woman, because it is pattern that open the eyes of people that made them to see. Those who pattern open their eyes are better than prophets. I said those who pattern opens are better than prophets, because you see, pattern does not, what pattern see does not fail. So the moment that he came into a church or into your house, he doesn't pray and say, Lord, review. He starts seeing. He starts immediately. And then every other thing you're trying to tell him, after he has seen what he should see, is wasting time. He has already seen what he must see. And then he has already have good sense of judgment. Since you were born, what have you ever patterned to apprehend? Listen, there's a level of pattern there's a way you will pattern your life. If they keep poison, you march on poison and go. Because the way you pattern does not allow your body, does not allow certain things to infiltrate into your body. If you have patterned against death, how do you die? In that valley of dry bone, there are several patterns that represent several men, women, and different destinies. I need to tell them in Lagos. I need to tell them in Lagos that it is in patterning. It is in patterning that people define their destiny. And what I'm trying to tell you now, please use it. Respect people who understand pattern in your church and give them special attention. You know that somebody, a woman or a young man has a destiny from approach, from the way she operates, from what she has revealed to you, that you do service by it. And this girl or this boy, you know her or him as somebody who come 30 minutes to time. And he or she has done it for 1 year. He or she for 1 year or 2 years. If you enter into a church and it is 8, and that person that have come by 7:30 for 1 year is not yet in the church, you must call him or her on the phone. You must. Listen, you will not call her later, you call her immediately. You see, because ministries prosper by those who pattern to make it prosperous, to keep a legacy of honor. Somebody who comes to church every day by 7:30, well, the church that will start by 8, and he comes 7:30, it's not the same pattern, doesn't have the same quality with somebody who doesn't know when to come. They don't wake up the same way. This person is an improved life. This person has a consciousness. Be patient with this when I say it. Don't think I'm trying to raise somebody. When we are trying to come here in December, in December, the Obi was there. She suddenly told me that she wanted to join our conference. As church. I left the church driving home. I was driving home. She called me and said, Daddy, where are you? I said, I'm still going home. And it was after 3 a.m. She said she's only driving to the church. And family. I've not even bathed. I just left after I was trying to enter a state. And she the church by after. With children. With housekeepers. After 3 in the morning. A.M. I can go extra mile. When you meet unique people, don't treat them as if though they are unique. Everybody can be. Sure, excuse me. What about now? My girl, yeah, they will. I'll be by 5. Yeah, we will. He said there's no love. If there's love, we would have waited for her. If you are not patterned, you will marry a wrong girl. And every day, and you know I won't be around. No, I don't settle idiots. And you know that she come to church by 7:30. So one day she was telling me, he said she want to keep it as a legacy for her children to see it. Do you know what it means for somebody to decide to keep something as legacy? We're all there. And you know that team that came, you know, those things that came, there is nobody we waited for. I said there is. No, we didn't wait for anybody. Police was before when I was trying to come. I said, police, is he around? This police? Since we didn't wait for anybody. The moment that we came out there. Everybody was ready. We started coming. Everybody was ready after 4. That is a standard. Now, please, I'm a preacher. Try and listen to me. There are people that doesn't have that sense. That doesn't have that sense. If the vehicle come and the siren were 3 and it was everywhere. When this one will say when, this one say when. Excuse me, who? Those things, don't say so. Not again. They were everywhere. The car was like 9. How many? And don't joke with refined minds. Patterned, refined minds. Everything about it is prosperity. Wait. Left it. Clap your hand if you heard what I said. Excuse me. There is no holiness in patternless life. Don't even talk about it. Now, is it not somebody should hear to live? How does somebody who doesn't have pattern think of how to live right? Holiness is not a function of living right. You are a young girl in the church, you're not married. And somebody who have 4 children and maids keep on coming to church every day before you. Did you ever think about the opposite? If you will only bath yourself, if you will only bath yourself and you're still coming late, what about when you start bathing other 4? Not only you bath them, you give them food, you dress them up, you put pampers. You're not wearing pampers, and you came late. What about if we turn you to pampers, to dressing pampers before you come? No, you will come after service. Will you go and marry a chaotic girl if you are not chaotic? There are decisions that sound to death. Certain decisions lead to death immediately. The moment that you hang your hand on that girl, you died. What I did was just give an example of righteousness. And in case you don't know, that pattern of life encourages preachers. Clap your hand. There is a way you should live your life to encourage the priest that is giving you a communion, because he needs encouragement. He himself needs encouragement. What about if you're a pastor and you come into a church? The church is supposed to start, the service was supposed to start by 8. And you come into a church, and then before you came into the church like 20 minutes to 8, and about 12 cars are already packed. Those 12 cars that packed, they have already encouraged you. And because they encouraged you, God will keep on encouraging them. Because they have already encouraged you. They parked that car waiting for you to come. They have encouraged you. Don't forget that your children learn more from what they see. You woke up in the morning on Sunday morning 8 and you're speaking in tongue and you're bathed and you have a daughter. And she will say, Daddy is already bathed in today's church. Quick. Daddy is bathing. It's not just a word, it's an observation. It's an observation that affected her thinking. When she grew up as an adult, she becomes a minister. Or she becomes any other thing. That daddy, she knows when daddy baths. He said, Daddy is already wearing his shoe. He just peep. And she run. She just peeped in the door and she ran to her junior's brother. I said, Daddy, I saw Daddy putting tie. Daddy's putting tie. Let's bath. The first 5 cars that park in the church on Sunday morning, they is in my mind. They are still here. That is those who come to church in Aja before 8. Those who come after 8, I still know that they are still in my mind and they are still here. Those who come after 9, some of them are still here. Those who come after 10, they are not here. way of living will not allow them to be part of this meeting. Is it not much? I was telling somebody the other day, I said, why will you come to church after 8 when you can come before 8? You can improve. As you live, you introduce yourself to people. As you live, you introduce. You that is Pastor Emma and Pastor Light is not the same thing. Since I've met you, you've after 8. Light can come to 9, can come by. Already. I see him there. He will hurry up, drop victory at the gate of the church. 2 of them will be running. You play piano for choir rehearsal, and then the choir will sit down, and then you come late, and you'll be struggling with coming to church early. You can wake up by 5:30. Somebody say yeah. But coming by 5:30 is a consciousness of greatness. It's a consciousness of greatness. It's not with poor lives. And then somebody said, you have to be rich. You have to be. Excuse me, the pattern you're creating is it not the one that determines whether you be rich or not? Every day you come into the church so discouraged, as if though you don't, as if those 7 days is not enough for you. When you cross the gate, you start rushing to a choir stand. You're rushing. Morning till to 7 and came back to the church before 8. You didn't even come at all. And they have that mental regulation to go home to 7, come before 8. You want to get respect from me. When you're coming, you didn't even come to night vigil. You're struggling with coming back before 8. Me, I was in the church there awake. Sometimes the pastor testimony will be there praying. He will be there praying, and some of them pray there, and then we go home and we come. You didn't pray. He will there pray. Sometimes he prays alone outside there. Maybe we know now. Favor is around. Favor will be there shaking her head with him. You know, Favor is a nurse. She's in enmity with sleeping. I said she's in enmity. I've never seen somebody. I told you about pattern. She has pattern as a nurse. So night vigil is not a problem. That testimony will be there till 4. Sleep like 2 hours. Take me home. We'll come back. And then the way you look at it is pim. He has made this one ready, made this one ready, make his clothes ready, made mine ready, polish shoe, do that. Pim. We are back to the church 10 minutes to 8. And we left 6:30 to 7. Now that time between that 6:30 and to 7, everything, you know, if I have to not tie, and I spend longer time on nothing tie, the nothing tie will encroach on the time I have. So everything has to do with systematic time. You don't beat it. It's a high mind. If you are like in a bank or high profile place, the moment that you are ascending from low to high. The demand of the high profile place on you makes you to be, bring you to a high level of precision in use of time. High level of precision in use of time. That time you are showcasing your pattern is when you are telling us your destiny. You're shaking, you're projecting your pattern in your lifestyle. You're showing us whether you have pattern to be great or not. Somebody who is married with children, who come to church early before 8. What do you think that will happen if she doesn't have children at all? And you're here, you are a pastor. You want to grow a big church with chaotic minds. Huh? Excuse me. All of us who are from God and divine. If your life is chaotic and you have money, I won't admire you. I don't want to be like you with everything you have. Your life is already low. What am I doing with your money? You have shown me poverty from lifestyle. And then somebody say, that shepherd is very strong. Look us, I'm taking over. I said, if you bring us down, we will still rise. We still rise. We will still rise. I'll still get up. I'm not lucky. I pattern their life. I told you people that I was asking the other day, I said, why are you not calling me? Then Pastor Michael says it's because of knocking somebody. Now, excuse me. The knocking, don't you know it in your heart? That's only a way I am. Now, when you take your phone, want to call me, you know who you're calling. Huh? When you want to send me text, you have in your mind who you're trying to type text to. And you already know the way I will react. That's the beginning and end of destiny. Church, is it great? Huh? Great enemies are won in pattern. Just pattern in a way and they will get out of your life. If somebody is used to coming to church by 7:30 and the person is not even late. Is he saying, I'm sorry, I have not come? When it is not 8 or a minute to 8. Because that is not the person's life. Somebody who come by 9:30 didn't see what is wrong with it. And you say they're the same kind of human being. It's impossible. If I understand vision, when you hear preserve, what vision do is to preserve people. That's the capital job of vision. And vision preserved by pattern. If you are seeing anything clearly like your visionary, vision does not allow you to live what you like. Every vision tells you how you should live to fulfill it. You write down your paper. I say every vision tells you how you should live to fulfill it. Go and check poor families. People must be chaotic to remain poor. You damage the life of your children and start taking them to prayer house. We are here. Is it not prophecy that Kichukuma? Huh? Is it not prophecy that trying to huh? God patterns to preserve, even if he dies, the pattern preserve his ministry. How can an angel wear your face to rescue? An angel cannot wear your face to rescue if you don't have pattern. Because divine beings cannot wear a structure that is not patterned. Something that doesn't have pattern. Something that doesn't have pattern is already a low quality. It doesn't have anything to do with divinity. The children of Israel will keep on wandering, looking for food until they sold their soul to Egypt and became slaves. That's how the life of people are. They always be moving from place to place, looking for food. When they made Joseph, the pattern Joseph was already sitting on the throne. Somebody who is not patterned cannot be a king. You can tolerate people. Don't bring unpatterned life in front. They will destroy a church. If the seat is meant for a patterned life, don't bring somebody who is not patterned to that place. Because by the time you bring him there and somebody who is patterned has come, you can't move him again. The seat should remain vacant on those who are right to sit on it. Come there. You don't know what it means for somebody who doesn't have a pattern life. So church is already going on. He came from chaos. You know, there's a way Catholic people dress. Yeah, one aqua guy like this, Nabia. But does to Nabia ni roche. And then Guinness wait, raise your hand and take miracle. When the Bible said to Joshua, take the book, when you hear book in your hand, what book is targeting? Is to pattern your life. When you hear book of law, it means a life must be patterned according to the spirit of the law. When the man in the book of Revelation, the angel raised the book in the hand, it was the book that was raised. And then the book described the angel. The spirit of the book. Pattern, building a very strong pattern is far more important than that thing, that success you want. And I need to tell people, just like I mentioned some names in the band. Excuse me, on Sunday I will still watch you. When? This Sunday now. And if you keep on doing it, I will keep hitting you. The hitting cannot stop until you change. Because what I won't take, I won't take. I will never take it. Excuse me, I won't take it in 10 years. That I'm not talking about this sometimes doesn't mean I've taken it. Because it is contrary to my life and success. So I can't take it. And when I'm talking, I'm hitting you, your value is dropping in my eyes. Excuse me, I will never plan any future with a chaotic life. It's not possible for me. That doesn't mean I will not be tolerating until I'm tired. Keeping what you paid for is a deep. Keeping what you paid for. This is one of my best, and I'm sharing this morning. And this is, I wouldn't want you to argue with somebody who tried to argue it. Now, everyone on earth has value to keep something. And then it is something you have value to keep that keeps you. That's on your paper. It is something you have value to keep that keeps you. Now, when people want to know your value, or God want to know your value, God will want to know what you have value to keep. Don't share this revelation with people until they have paid you. Let me repeat what I said. I said it is something that you have value to keep that keeps you. Now, people die because they don't have power to keep themselves. If you don't have power to keep yourself, God will not keep you. God does not keep men. Men keep themselves. But it is not every man that can keep himself. I would like you to hear this. It is what you keep that introduces your value to God. When John the Baptist came to the earth, John was beheaded because John didn't have ability to keep himself.